Today you will learn how to make an AI agent that can scrape the internet and find more customers for your online business.
At least an enterprise AI agent is the new buzzword, the evolution of chatbots to agents that can act on your behalf.
I kind of think that every business in the future, just like they have an email address and a website and a social media presence today, I think every business is going to have an AI agent that their customers can talk to in the future.
For the past year, we've been quietly building what we believe is the next evolution in AI. And today, we're launching an early preview of Manus, the first general AI agent.
The progress that you're going to have with agents over the next year or two is going to be spectacular and surprising.
So how exactly can you make AI agents without any coding or technical background? Where can you use them in your daily life and work? And is there a way to make them for free? And once you learn these AI agents, how exactly can you sell these AI agents as a service and earn money online? Hi everyone. My name is Ansh Mehra and welcome to the Cutting Edge School, a platform for businesses and young professionals to upskill themselves. In this free AI agents course, we will teach you the basics of no-code tools like N8N and Make.com. This is episode 2 and today we will take you through how AI agents in N8N work and how you can build an AI agent that will collect leads and store them for you in a Google Sheet file. This session is going to be co-hosted by my friend Rohak Arya, who has been building AI agents for more than 3 years for himself as well as his agency. In chapter 1, we will quickly revise what is an AI agent and how automation works. These are some things that we had covered in our previous episode. In chapter 2, we will take you through setting up your N8N account and create our first agent. And in chapter 3, we will share free AI agent templates and a list of agent ideas that you can build using N8N. So without further ado, let's get started. So in our last episode, I explained what exactly are AI agents and how are they different from normal AI. See, it's very simple. A regular AI is like a calculator. It can calculate numbers, but it cannot take your company's balance sheet and take financial decisions all on its own. You have to manually operate a calculator and then take data from multiple sources. An AI agent, on the other hand, is more like an end-to-end solution. It's like building a personal assistant who can open up multiple softwares, ask for data, process it, and find patterns in it, and in the end actually complete your tasks end-to-end. This 3-episode course will teach you 2 most popular no-code AI automation softwares, N8N and Make. N8N has a free trial. Make has a basic model that is free but with certain limitations. Now most people use paid OpenAI ChatGPT subscriptions to run these agents, but we will teach you about a free alternative that will help you save your costs. The good news is that N8N's free trial gives you some free OpenAI credits to try it out. Make doesn't give you any free credits. Now for those who belong to a non-technical background, let's understand 2 very foundational topics, APIs and webhooks. They might sound very complicated, but on a very fundamental level, they are very easy. Let's cover APIs. Imagine that you're at a restaurant. You are a customer who has decided to order a pizza. Now to place an order, you will call a waiter. The waiter will understand your order and walk to the kitchen and tell the staff what to cook. The kitchen will fetch all the ingredients and prepare the pizza. You as a customer will not worry about where the ingredients are, how are they cooked, or how are they served. You will simply ask the waiter and expect the waiter to bring the fresh pizza. Just how the waiter is a bridge between the customer and the kitchen, an API is a bridge between 2 applications trying to talk to each other. In our case, the customer is an application that wants some data. The waiter is our API. The kitchen is a server that will give all of the data that the customer wants. You might not believe me, but you have been using APIs on your phone since a very long time. All cab booking apps like Uber use Google Maps API to display their maps and calculate distances. The weather app on your phone uses APIs to get live weather data from platforms like OpenWeather. Now, before I teach you about webhooks, let me introduce you to a tool that can help you jumpstart your AI agent agency and maintain all of your expenses and day-to-day operations very mindfully. This is Odoo, an all-in-one management management software that takes the hassle out of expense tracking so you can focus on actually growing your business. As a business owner, you must have been through emails for receipts, manually approving expenses, and struggling to keep all of your projects organized. With Odoo Expenses, you can solve all of these problems and save time, keeping all of your process very sorted. You can get all of your expenses approved by your managers automatically and group your expenses into a single report with just one click. They have a suite of more than 70 business management apps, including expense reports, re-invoicing, accounting, integration, manager review system, and a lot more to help you manage your entire business in a single platform. So go check out Odoo today by clicking the link in description or the pinned comment. Now, let's go back to understanding webhooks. Imagine you're waiting for a package delivery at your home. You really want to know the moment it arrives, but you don't want to keep checking your front door every 5 minutes. So you tell the delivery company to just ring your doorbell anytime the package is here. That way, you can relax and work on other things, knowing that the delivery company will notify you when the package is there. A webhook is kind of like a doorbell. In the technical world, a webhook is a way for one app to notify another app. Let's use a simple example. Imagine you have a website where people sign up for a newsletter. For this newsletter, you also use an extra app to send emails, which is called MailChimp. Now you want MailChimp to send a welcome email the second someone signs up on your website. Without a webhook, MailChimp would have to keep checking your website over and over again for new signups. Instead of this, you can set up a webhook on your website. Once this webhook is activated, the moment someone signs up, your website will ring the doorbell by sending a message to MailChimp saying that here is a new subscriber. Once the webhook has notified MailChimp, it can send the welcome email right away. It's fast, automatic, and saves everyone's time. So to summarize, webhooks are like a notification system. They let apps talk to each other in real time whenever something happens without all the constant checking. Now that this is done, we will move to chapter number 2, where Rohak will take you through the entire setup of N8N step by step. But before that, let's quickly summarize what we learned in chapter 1. Unlike regular AI, like a calculator needing manual input, AI agents are smart assistants that pull data, process it, and complete tasks as an end-to-end solution. In our next episode, I will also make you understand the difference between an AI agent and agentic AI. But before we release the next episode, you need to put your comment below and make sure that we hit a target of 500 comments within 2 days of this upload. Each and every comment has to be a genuine feedback comment without using ChatGPT. Now, N8N and Make are the two most popular no-code tools that people have been using to make AI agents. N8N offers a free trial with some free OpenAI credits. Make has a free basic version but with some limitations, and it has no free OpenAI credits. Like a waiter in a restaurant, an API acts as a bridge between an app and a server to share data. Like a doorbell for package delivery, webhooks notify apps in real time whenever something happens. If this is clear, let's move on to chapter number 2 by Rohak.
Hello everyone, my name is Rohak Arya and today I'll be showing you how you can create an AI agent on N8N which will find the leads for you and store them in a Google spreadsheet. So let's get started. First, head over to the N8N.com. N8N is the most widely used AI automation platform that helps you create AI agents. N8N offers following pricing plans. The first one is Starter, the second one is Pro, and the third one is Enterprise plan. Anybody can get started with the Starter plan. It has a 14-day free trial, and in this plan, you will be getting one shared project, 5 concurrent executions, unlimited users, as well as forum support. Now you can easily sign up using your email or Google account in this N8N platform. I have already created my account, so I'll use a sign-in option. This is the screen that you will see as soon as you sign in. This is the list of all the agents that you will be creating. On the top right, you can see a create workflow button. On the left side, you can see the name of your space, and to create a new workflow, you have a create workflow option. Let us create a new workflow. Now, this is the new project where we will be creating our AI agent. Let us name this agent N8N AI Leads Agent. For this demo, we will be creating an agent that will scrape all the leads for you, apply some filter and keep only the relevant information like contact number, name, location, and store that in a Google spreadsheet. Now, every automation contains three parts: a trigger, filter, and a action step. So, as this is a completely new automation, we will have to set a trigger for this. Now, let us add a manual trigger to this. Now, let us say we want to find all the restaurants near us. So for that, we will go to the yellow pages and here we will search for restaurants. Similarly, you can search for your niche. This will give us the list of all the restaurants in Hyderabad. Now, our LLM models or our AI agents do not understand this search, for which we will have to use another tool known as Gina AI. So Gina AI helps us convert our URL into a format that is readable to the LLM models. All we have to do is simply copy this URL, head over to Gina AI, and paste our URL here. And then Gina AI will create a URL that will be readable by our LLM models, which we will be using later in this agent. Now, to add this Gina AI functionality in our agent, we will have to add an HTTP response, which is basically the integration of Gina AI. Here, we will search for HTTP request. All it requires a simple URL, and this URL will be the URL which we created. So simply copy this URL, head back to our agent and paste this URL here. We will add a ignore SSL property which will help our agent to scrape the data without any restrictions. Now this option will help our agent scrape the data without any difficulty. Now let us test this step. As you can see, this step was successful as it fetched all the data that it found on this page using Gina AI. But this data is too much for us. We only need relevant fields from this like contact number, name, location. For that, what we'll have to do is add another node in our AI agent known as information extractor. This node will help us retrieve only the important and relevant fields for our case. As you can see here, on the left hand side, we have the output from the previous node, and on the right hand side, we will be seeing the output of this particular node. So to process this node, we will have to pass this data which we fetched in our previous node into this node. So what we will do is simply drag and drop this data for information extractor. Now, in information extractor, we will be using an AI model which will help us extract and keep the relevant information. By clicking on this button, you can add your AI model. N8N offers following AI models: Anthropic, Bedrock, Google Gemini, DeepSeek, OpenAI chat model, Mistral Cloud chat model. In this example, we will be using OpenAI chat model, but feel free to use any other model. Here you can see that in OpenAI chat model, we are using N8N free OpenAI API credits. The best part about N8N is it offers OpenAI free credits when you sign up. You can use these credentials to do the testing. And here we are using the model 4o mini. Now in the information extractor, we'll have to add a prompt for our AI model, which can be added by clicking on this button. Here we have a base prompt like you are an expert extraction algorithm. Only extract relevant information from the text. If you do not know the value of an attribute asked to be extracted, you may omit the parameter options system prompt template. Along with this prompt, we can also add our conditions. Like for example, we only want to fetch name, location and rating. So we'll write each lead should contain name, location and rating. And we want our result to be stored in a JSON array. We can also specify that here. We can write always output the data in a JSON array called results. Now along with this, we'll also have to add a schema. A schema is nothing but the definition of our fields. For example, for properties, state will have a string type. A cities will have a type array in which items will have a type of string. But in our case, we do not have properties. we have restaurants. So we will simply modify this to restaurants. And instead of state, we are keeping name. And the type will be the same string. Now, just like name, we can define our other fields too. For example, our location and also our rating. But the type for our rating will be a number instead of a string. Let us test this step. As you can see on the right side that this step was successful. We have got an array of results in which we have name, location and rating for each restaurant. Now currently all these values are stored in a single list. Now what we will do is separate all the restaurants. So for that, we will use another node called split out. Now this node will help us separate all these values. As you can see under the results, we have all these values. Result 0, result 1, result 2, results 3, results 4, which are all the restaurants and their relevant information. What we will do is simply drag and drop these results into this split out node and we will test this step. Now, as you can see, split out has separated all these fields, one for name, one for location and another for rating. Now in this format, we can store it in our Google Sheet. Now we will have to add another node for Google Sheets. Here we will search for Google Sheet. Now we will select the option append row in sheet. Now let us create a new spreadsheet in which we will be storing our data. Let us name it N8N Leads Collection. Now in the Google Sheet nodes, you have credentials to connect with. This is nothing but the connection of your Google account with N8N. You can simply do this by creating a new credential in which you will be prompted to sign in with Google. All you have to do is simply sign in using your account and you have successfully created an auth API and now you have connected your Google Sheets account with N8N. Now in this option, we will select the spreadsheet in which we want to store the data. For example, N8N Leads Collection that we just created. In this, we will choose Sheet 1. Instead of mapping the columns manually, we will choose the option Map Automatically. These are all the settings that you require to change to use and store the data in the Google Sheet. Now let us test this step. As you can see that this step was successful and we got a name, location and a rating column. Now let us see if we were able to create this entry in our Google Sheet. Here you can see that we are now getting the data in our Google Sheets as well, in which we have name, location and rating. Now let us head back to our agent. This is your AI agent. Now let me just clear all this data for you. Now I have cleared all the data in this sheet. What we will do is completely test our agent. Now to test if our agent is working correctly or not, we will do a complete full check for our AI agent. For that, we will create on test workflow. As you can see that HTTP request for AI was called. The information extractor is working with an OpenAI chat model to apply filter and keeping only the relevant information. And it went out to split out node to create different columns. And then it went to store it in a Google Sheet. Now let us see if we were able to create entries in Google Sheet. And yes, we have got our data in our Google Sheet. So this is how you can create an AI agent that will collect the leads for you, apply some filter and keep only the relevant information that you need and store them in a Google spreadsheet. And it was all done using simple drag and drop feature of N8N.
Now, we've already made a detailed agency roadmap series on our YouTube channel where we teach you how to start your agency, how to price your services, and how to get your first client. Before you sell AI agents, you need to build at least 10 to 15 AI agents that are relevant to your target customer. If you want ideas on what AI agents to build, then simply copy paste the prompt I have shared in the description. You can run this prompt on Grok or ChatGPT. If you've never used any of these AI tools, we have made detailed YouTube tutorials on the Cutting Edge School. This is how the prompt works. I am looking to develop an agency that sells AI agents to businesses in the XYZ niche. And you can add anything here like health and wellness industry or e-commerce retail. I need you to generate a list of at least 10 to 15 practical AI agent ideas that can be offered as products or services to companies in this niche. For each AI agent, Please include a clear name or title for the agent, a brief description, which can be 1 to 2 sentences explaining what the agent does and how it benefits the target niche, the specific problem or task it solves for the business in our context, and a potential use case or example of how this AI agent could be implemented in my client's company. Please ensure the ideas are practical and aligned with the needs of the chosen niche. Now, if you want to make this even better, you can add specific outcomes like improving customer engagement, streamlining operations, boosting sales, whatever it may be. Avoid generic agents that could apply to any industry and focus on niche specific solutions. Provide the list in a structured format and feel free to ask questions if you need clarification on the niche or my problem statement. Now, Rohak will take you through some ready-made templates that are already available in N8N. You will find the links in description as well.
Now let's say that you don't want to create a new AI agent from scratch. Therefore, N8N offers some pre-built templates for you to get started. You can find it under the product tab named templates. Here you can find all the public templates that are pre-built only for you. Here you can see that we have an agent for joining different datasets, preparing data to be sent to a service, an AI agent chat, and much more. Here you can also apply filters. For example, if you need an AI agent for marketing, you get AI-powered social media content generator and publisher, an automated content generation and publishing WordPress AI agent, and much more. Now let's say that we want to find a conversational agent. So here you can see that we get two options. The first one is AI conversational agent with custom tool written in JavaScript. This template was created by N8N team 1 year ago and it is completely free to use. Now, how you can clone these public templates in your accounts. Simply click on it. In this, you will get the template description. Like this workflow implements a custom tool via JavaScript code, which returns a random color to users and excludes the different colors. Note that to use this template, you need to be on N8N version 1.19.4 or later. You can simply copy this workflow into your workspace using this button. And we will be using N8N Cloud, in which we just created our account. As you can see, now we have successfully cloned a conversational agent into our workspace. Here we have a trigger, a debug input, a manual chat message, and a conversational agent which is using OpenAI chat model. Now as you can see that this is showing an error. Now let us see what the error is. It says that credentials for OpenAI models are not set. So in N8N, whenever you see an error, you can understand it by simply hovering on it. So let us open this OpenAI chat model, and in this we'll set up our N8N free OpenAI API credits. These are the credits that N8N provides us for testing, and here we can select our model, which is GPT-4o mini. After setting this, you can see that there is no more errors in this agent. So let us test this agent. Let's say that I enter hi. As you can see, our agent is working perfectly. On the right side, you can see the logs. A logs is nothing but the steps that help you determine the errors if your agent fails. Here you can see that in the input, these are all the prompts that we have given. And here we can see the user input, like I entered hi. And this is the output that our AI agent gave, like hello, how can I assist you today? So now you have created your conversational agent on N8N. So this is how you can clone any available public template into your workspace. Similarly, you can find other agents for different industries, like for example, design, finance, HR, other, and support. So whenever you do not want to start from scratch and use the predefined or pre-built templates from N8N, you can simply use the templates defined here. You can easily find it under the template section. So this is how you create a new AI agent using the pre-built templates on N8N.
If you have come to this point, please take a screenshot and post it on Instagram or LinkedIn with your top learnings. I would love to see what you've learned. You can learn the basics of prompt engineering and AI for free from our YouTube channel, The Cutting Edge School. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment below with your feedback because it took us a lot of time to do the research and scripting and the production for this one single course. Don't forget to share this video in all of your college WhatsApp groups. A good news, we are officially launching our first online course on Gen AI for UX designers, built especially for professional designers, design managers, and UX researchers. Details are in the description. I hope that you're taking care of your mind and body. This is your dost Ansh Mehra signing out. If you want to learn the basics of AI and prompt engineering, then check out these two playlists.